Go ahead. You want to do the intro? Go for it. The intro's all yours. Take it away.
Oh, God.
Child. Go ahead.
Do I have the honor?
Please.
Welcome back to Straight from the Agent. I am your host, Connery Calkins, followed by my lovely gray-haired co-host.
Followed by, my goodness, as the producer, as the editor, as the guy that does all the things, that's fine. I'll follow Connery Calkins.
I'm the pretty face.
All right. Good for you. It is good to be back.
It is.
It has been a minute. We missed last week, missed a few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
It's summertime.
Yeah.
You're busy. I'm busy. I've got a gaggle of children. I have a brand new pool at home.
You do, which I have not been invited to yet. That's
priorities. You are invited all the time. I tell you, Saturdays for the boys.
I have not received. You've told me Saturdays are for the boys, but you've never said, Connery, come over to the pool.
You know what? If you need that type of invitation, you don't belong in my house.
Fine. I don't even want to do the podcast
He's
anymore.
So sensitive, ladies and gentlemen. So sensitive this summer. Well, it is good to be back.
Yes.
It is good to be back. It's been a hell of a summer. It's been a weird summer as far as clients go.
Yep.
We were just lamenting kind of our challenges with a few clients here or there,
yep.
But that's the nature of the business.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's when people are like, well, don't you feel like you're overcompensated? Maybe sometimes. Maybe sometimes some deals are really, really easy.
Yeah.
And you've got well-educated clients who do what you explain to them.
Mm-hmm.
And then other times you have clients where you're like, I'm going to wring your neck.
Yep.
But that's any business, anywhere, at any point in time.
What I've noticed is, this is going to sound terrible.
Sure. I love it. Blame him. Whatever comes out of his mouth, blame him.
It's usually the smaller deals.
It is.
That are the biggest headaches.
It is. And I think a lot of that, and I'm not trying to be cavalier here in my statement, but I think a lot of it's just a lack of education.
Yeah.
And that's why a podcast like this is so important.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got some things in the hopper we're going to be working into for Q3 and Q4 to really help level up buyers and sellers as they're thinking about getting into purchasing their first home and investment property, whatever that may be.
It's not even just the first time home buyers. It's a lot of times it's the investors that cause a lot of the headaches.
Yeah.
Which I've worked with some investors who were great. They knew exactly what they were doing.
Agree.
Very easy deal. Same thing with some first time home buyers.
Yep.
That they sat down, they listened to me, we created a plan, we executed on the plan, we got them a home.
Sure. And that's the key.
Mm-hmm.
That's the key to the whole thing is we have to be able to work as a team.
Yeah.
It's collaboration. It's not, hey, buyers, I'm the buyer's agent. We don't want to work against each other.
Yeah.
And that's why previous episodes we talked about, I think you just put a short out about why we like everything in text message or email form.
Yep.
So that we have a record of it. We can go back. And sometimes we're shuffling 4, 5, 6 deals at one time. Sometimes I need to go back.
Yeah.
And I need to refresh and be like, oh, you know what? I did request this. I never got this. I need to follow up on this document.
Yep.
Oh, we need to check on this. Where are we at in the timeline with this process? So those things always happen. They always occur.
Yeah.
But it's like we have to work together.
Yep.
And we have to communicate.
Because that seller is selling one house. That buyer is buying one house.
Right.
Most of the time. I've had sellers that are selling 10 at a time.
Sure.
But we have 10 deals going on that are all in different stages of the process.
Oh, yeah.
So it can get confusing.
Absolutely again. All right. Grab your hat. Let's start looking at what the buyers want to know this week.
Sponsored by castor oil.
Something like that. We're going to work on sponsors too.
We do.
If you want to sponsor, hit me up. Slide into these DMs, baby.
That's how I first started talking to my wife. I slid into her DMs on Twitter.
You're a dirtball.
Back when it was Twitter. Number 7. How long does the home buying process take?
Oh, man. I love it. Let's go to our catchphrase. 1, 2, 3. It depends. It does depend because a lot of it depends on the vehicle in which you're utilizing the purchase.
Yep.
So if it's cash, okay, 10 to 14 days.
Yep.
If it's a conventional loan and it's not contingent on you selling your home, it could be 30 days.
Yep.
If it's an FHA, rural development, MSHDA, any of those types of loans, you're looking at probably 30 to 45 days.
Yep.
Again, and so much of it, please understand, none of these things are ever set in stone.
Yeah.
When it comes to timelines. If you don't have a very responsive seller, a very responsive buyer, a very responsive lender, I mean, those timelines are guesstimates at best. But we've seen with good communication and good processes and everybody playing the game to get to the closing table, yeah, 30 days on a conventional loan isn't excessive.
Now, that is, just to be clear here, a lot of times it's not 30 days you get the house. Right. That depends on the occupancy period, because a lot of times it's a 30-day occupancy period. So even from start to close, you got 30 days. Then you're waiting another 30 days to actually move into the house.
Absolutely.
Or it could be 2 weeks. I've had them as much as 60 days, which is a pain for the buyers, but what can you do?
It happens.
Yeah.
It absolutely happens. Because again, there's a lot of moving parts even after you get to the closing table with that occupancy and all the other things that go along with it. So you're exactly right. I mean, I've had cash deals close in 5 days.
Yeah.
I've had conventional loans take 75 days.
And now what I'm just now learning is, so I just closed a 4-unit apartment building in Flint. That's technically commercial.
Right.
We put it on the market. We had I was very surprised. We had multiple offers within 24 hours. Some were over asking, and we ran pre-title when we listed it.
Yep.
So hypothetically, it should be here in time, but nope. It took way longer to get the title work back. We had to do like a 2-week extension, I think.
Yeah.
So it ended up taking closer to a month to close on this property, even though it was cash closed within 2 weeks.
Right.
But just the fact that it's commercial,
right,
it's going to take longer for the title because they have to go back so many years and all that jazz compared to a residential home.
Well, and you have to ensure you dot your I's and cross your T's.
Yeah.
You know, as agents, the last thing we want is somebody to come back 6, 12, 18 months later and be like, hey, this is all screwed up.
Yeah.
And we've all been there. Accidents happen. There are people involved in the transaction. Therefore, there's opportunities for missteps.
Yep.
But that's where you just have to own it. And you have to figure it out, and you work collaboratively with all the parties to get to the finish line and say, okay, yep, we've got this handled.
Yep.
You know, nobody loves those phone calls or messages or emails, but they happen.
Yeah.
And that's the thing where, you know, our job with what we do on a day in and day out basis isn't ever set.
Yeah.
We're always dealing with what's the biggest fire.
Yeah.
What's the biggest challenge? And I mean, you go through and you're very analog. You have your little notebook that you write notes in. Think that's great. I use my phone. I've got a note-taking app inside there.
Yeah.
So as soon as something pops in my head, I'm making a note.
Yeah.
I need to check on this, or I set reminders. I build a task for myself.
Right.
And so you have to stay organized, and you have to ensure you're staying on top of the issues.
Yeah.
Because you well know, I well know, any agent that's worth their salt that's been in the industry a long time, things can snowball quickly.
Yeah.
So I'm of the mind that I always want the other agent or the other lender or anybody waiting. I want to be waiting on them. Yeah. I don't ever want them waiting on me.
I hate that. Like, my goal is, and we work crazy hours. That's just the industry. But like, if it's a Friday night, and I'm going out to dinner or something like that, I want to make sure the ball is in everyone else's court.
Yep.
So I don't like going out and doing something knowing like, oh, I have this lender waiting on me for this, this buyer waiting on me for that.
Right.
I like throwing it all to there. Hey, I did my job. Now it's on you guys.
Yep. 100%. 100%. Completely agree. So I think we covered that one pretty good.
I think we did. That
was an easy one to deal with, but there just wasn't many clear answers there.
Right, yeah.
And that's kind of the case.
There never is.
There never is. I mean, everything depends so much on the individuals that are part of the deal.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, clear communication, when you're asked for something as a buyer or seller, get it back to the agent or the lender or the title company as quick as you can.
Exactly.
And that's one of the things, a little aside here, I'm dealing with a lot of trusts as of late.
Okay.
So when you're dealing with a trust, if somebody's passed away, you have to get an updated certificate of trust.
Yep.
So now I've added that into my listing package of sorts.
Okay.
Like, hey, if this is owned in a trust, we're going to need an updated certificate of trust because then you're bringing in lawyers.
Yep.
And that could be a potential delay. I don't want to do that at 2 days before closing.
Yep.
I want to do that 2 days before I list it.
Yeah.
To make sure that everything's on the level so that when we get to closing, there's no questions.
Yeah.
That we're solid as a rock. We're good to go.
And each and every deal, I feel like you and I both learned something.
Oh, yeah.
To where it's like, okay, we can go to the next deal.
Yep.
And every time, regardless, I'm like, all right, I got to figure it out.
Yep.
I know what I'm doing. Then something else comes up, I'm like, damn, all right, next deal, got to remember to do this. This will make it a lot easier.
Yep.
So on and so forth. And then the next deal comes and
Everything in this industry is a perpetual process of learning.
Yeah.
You're always learning, you're always refining. And you spend the first 5 years not only trying to generate revenue as agents, right? But you also learn.
Yeah.
And that's why they say, the dropout period in real estate in that first 5 years is massive.
It's what, 85%?
Yeah. It's absolutely up there. But it's like once you get past that 5-year mark, you have a good basis of knowledge. You never know everything,
right?
But you have a good basis of knowledge to pull from where the deals, they're a little bit more easy.
Yeah.
They're more simple because you've established a process with which you do it.
Right. Yeah.
So for me, that's huge.
Oh,
that's
definitely.
Huge.
How long?
Not say that 7-8 years.
Okay.
Yeah, 7-8 years now.
All right, so you're across that threshold.
Yeah, and I absolutely don't feel like I know everything. But I've got answers to a lot of the questions, the lion's share of the questions that I get from buyers and sellers.
Okay.
And that's why, again, having a great broker and a brokerage that you work with, where it's okay to say, I don't know, but I will get the answer. And if that means I need to sit down with my broker, that means I need to call the legal hotline, that means I need to call our association, whatever that is, I can get those answers.
Yeah.
But I'm never afraid to say, I'm not really sure, because I would rather tell you that than have to come back to you holding my hat in my hand like, well, I told you this, but I was wrong.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to speak out of turn like that. So
agreed.
I think that's pretty solid.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty solid. All right, let's go. Seller time. What do we have? Let's see. Let's find a good one here.
I'm going to guess it's going to be number 18.
Nope, you're wrong. 34, just like usual. Oh, here's a good one. And we've run into this multiple times. What if the home doesn't appraise?
Ooh.
And we have crossed this question off in the past, talking about a number of certain things.
Yeah.
But very specific to the appraisal. Let's go back and talk about specifically, appraisals are not for the buyers or sellers.
Right.
Appraisals are for the lender.
Yep.
They are absolutely for the lender. Now, before we get too deep into this, have you ever had a cash deal where they wanted an appraisal?
I've had it, but it's never come to fruition. The deal's never been accepted.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
But I've had it written up. I've had it presented to me, and I'm like, I don't like that.
Yeah. I've done it 3 times.
Okay.
3 times. Once for a buyer and then twice on the sell side.
Okay.
Where they have made a cash offer, but they wanted an appraisal.
Yeah.
Really didn't have any issues with it. All 3 came in at value or above.
Okay.
So we were good.
Right.
There was never any amount of like renegotiating that needed to occur with that. But it was interesting.
Yeah.
But people want to protect their investments.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've got a suspect agent, that maybe didn't price the property appropriately,
right?
So be it. Buyers aren't obligated to share that information with the seller,
right? Unless
it comes back below value.
Yeah, because so if let's say for easy example, I'm buying a $300,000 house.
Sure.
I'm the buyer. We do an appraisal. Let's say it comes back in at 320.
Yep.
Great. I'm not going to tell that seller or that agent that, hey, it came in at 320.
Right.
We're just going to tell them, hey, appraise the value.
Yep.
So now you're walking into $20,000 worth of equity.
Yeah, exactly.
Vice versa. If it comes in, let's say at 280.
Right.
That bank is only going to finance 280,000.
Right.
They're not going to finance 300 like we originally agreed upon. So that seller either needs to come down on the price.
Right.
Or that buyer has to bring 20 grand to closing, which a lot of them don't have.
Sure.
So that's the hiccup that can happen when it appraises low.
That's right. That's right. And that's why we also see more so years past, but they still occasionally happen on real hot properties. We'll see an appraisal gap addendum.
Yep.
And an appraisal gap addendum basically says, listen, we'll pay up to $20,000 up to a maximum price of X.
Yeah.
If the value comes in lower than what our agreed upon sales price is.
Right.
And I've used that multiple times to win deals.
Isn't that how we did Oxford?
Yes.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Yep. So we did have an appraisal gap on that deal as well. We didn't need it,
Right.
But it was there.
Yeah.
Which works great.
Yep.
And that protects both the buyers and seller. The buyer knows, hey, I may have to bring some cash to the table.
Yep.
But they obviously really want this home.
Yeah.
And to me, that's kind of the key.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the key.
So kind of branching off of that, I'm sure you've dealt with escalation clauses.
Mm-hmm.
So I had this couple that was buying a house in I think it was the Flushing or Clio area.
Mm-hmm.
Found a really nice house. We wrote a really strong offer, over asking, appraisal gap guarantee, escalation clause.
Mm-hmm.
Another offer came in, which I'm not sure if you're allowed to do this, but they got away with it. The other buyer and agent.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
This agent was a broker buying for his kids.
Okay.
Or I think he was representing the kids, but wrote an escalation clause with no cap.
Ooh-wee.
So
you can do that.
You can? Okay.
As long as a bona fide offer is shown as proof.
Yeah.
You're good.
Because hypothetically, we could have wrote an offer, I think it was like $1,000 over any offer with no cap. We could have offered $100,000 over that, over asking.
Mm-hmm.
They're coming in at 101.
I don't agree with an uncapped escalation clause.
That was just shady. Not shady, but just shitty.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't argue that.
Yeah.
That sucks. So you lost out on the deal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I told my buyers, you guys did nothing wrong.
Right.
You wrote honestly the best offer you've written so far.
Mm-hmm.
Shit happens.
Yeah. Yeah, it absolutely does. And that's one of the things with this industry, and I'm working with but several first-time home buyers right now. And that's one of the challenges.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I tell people all the time. You got to save so you have money to play with.
Yep.
Because you're going to have to make adjustments to the offer. You're going to have to pay for the appraisal out of pocket. You got to pay for the home inspection. You might have to pay for a water test. You might have to do these things.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to have some cash there.
Yeah.
And then even with like an FHA loan, you still have to have 3.5% down.
Yep.
And typically they're going to want like a full year's worth of taxes paid up front.
Yep.
Your homeowner's insurance paid up front. So there's just inherent costs. It's not like going to rent a house or rent an apartment where it's first and last month's and security deposit.
Yeah.
And that's all you need.
Mm-hmm.
That it's not the way it works anymore.
No. And then God forbid maintenance repair,
of
maintenance
course.
comes up.
Yep.
Furnace goes out, AC goes out.
Yep.
That's all stuff you got to pay.
And I think it's just a lack of financial education is a lot of it. That's one of my biggest gripes with any school district by and large.
Yeah.
We have to teach our kids the fundamentals of what it's like to be an adult.
Yeah.
I love that they're learning about social studies and history and, learning trigonometry. But the application of trigonometry on everyday use is pretty slim.
Yeah.
I don't need to know the first 10 digits of pi. That's not going to help me in my day-to-day.
0.314.
Don't confirm that you're an idiot. Just let it go. Just let it go. So for me, I want my kids to be educated.
Yeah.
Jessica and I were just talking about we need to sit our kids down and explain how a checking account works. What's a credit score? What's these things? Because it's not being done in school.
Yeah.
At least to the level that I would like to see it done.
I mean, I remember taking a life skills class when I was in school, like in middle school, but it was here's how you cook pasta. Here's how you do laundry.
Right.
Nothing financial.
Still important life skills.
Yeah.
No argument there.
Mm-hmm.
But again, at the end of the day, I need to make sure my kids know, hey, I can't go and spend $5,000 on a credit card, never pay the bill, and expect to go have great credit and be able to buy a house.
Exactly.
That's just not how life works, man.
Nope.
Not how life works. So, all right, let's get into the fun stuff. I had my boys at the U of M lacrosse camp this past week.
Gross.
I know. You love Ann Arbor. But we had one day they were down there for 9 hours.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, what in the world am I going to do?
Uh-huh.
I went and I watched 2 movies in the movie theater all by myself.
Don't tell me that you saw The Backrooms without me.
I did not.
Okay.
It wasn't playing. I was going to, but it wasn't playing. So what I ended up seeing, I watched Disclosure Day.
Ooh, was it good?
It was great.
Okay.
It was great. I'm a huge Steven Spielberg guy.
Yeah.
Talk about E.T., The Goonies, Jurassic Park. Like these are like the pillars of my childhood in my formative years.
Yeah.
He's just amazing. He's made some great films.
Yeah.
So I went and saw Disclosure Day. Absolutely loved it. I love all the conspiracy theories.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about aliens and this, that, and whatnot. Big government conspiracy. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm locked in, baby. This is great. But then I went and saw the Odyssey.
Oh, was it good?
Oh my God.
Really?
I mean, I've got such a love affair with Christopher Nolan. He's made some of my favorite films of all time.
Yeah.
So to go and watch that in the theater, it was an experience unlike anything I've ever seen.
Really?
It was just grandiose on a scale that you can't really fathom. I mean, the practical effects, the storytelling, it was phenomenal.
Right.
It was great. And I'm not just trying to glaze Christopher Nolan and the movie. It was legitimately one of the best films I've ever seen. Wow. And I highly encourage you to see it in the theater.
I think we read that book in school, The Odyssey.
You should have.
I think.
You should have.
I don't know. I didn't.
Probably a lot of words with a lot of syllables that you can't pronounce, but it was well worth it. I highly recommend it.
Right, yeah.
Great film. 10 out of 10.
Wow.
5 stars.
I'll have to see it.
5 pairs of flip-flops. I absolutely loved it. It was amazing.
So what gets 5 mustaches in my book is I just watched Obsession last night.
Okay. Back to your scary movies.
Oh my God. I'm not a movie critic by any means.
Sure.
I've seen enough horror movies to know what's a good one, what's a bad one.
Right.
This one was probably top 5 movies that I've seen.
That's awesome.
Top 5 horror movies. Best movie I've seen all year. It was just the storytelling, the acting, the effects, like just the little Easter eggs throughout the movie.
Sure.
Because I'm the type of guy that after I see a movie that has like maybe a confusing ending, I'm on YouTube watching breakdowns.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yep.
Did you catch this? Did you notice this? Here's a theory about this.
Well, I saw a breakdown. They're like, well, we think it was the cat. The cat embodied the girl. And that's why it was so
one of the theories.
And I'm like, I don't hate that. That's pretty cool storytelling.
It makes sense because there's cat symbolism throughout. Like the first scene is one of those clock.
Yeah.
Like, what do you call them? I don't know what you call them.
I don't know. But
the tail goes back and forth.
Yeah.
But there was a cat clock on the wall on the back of the One Wish Willow. It was made by like Toby Cat something like Productions or something like that.
Well, I like movies that make you think a little bit.
Yeah.
Movies that make you think is never a bad thing.
Right.
I love that.
I might honestly probably watch this one a second time just because go back and catch up things that you didn't see the first time. It was, I was so worked up last night about it. It was awesome.
I always go to IMDb and then I read through like the trivia. The trivia, maybe it is trivia. I don't know. They have a section there where they just talk about things about the movie. People will add little anecdotes and whatnot. And I'm like, I love this.
Well,
this is great.
The director is some TikTok guy, YouTuber, which this is his first like real movie that he made.
Right.
And it just blew the box offices away.
Which is great.
Yeah.
Which is great because that style of independent filmmaking is amazing to see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I love that.
It was great.
Well, it's like the same thing with The Backrooms. The guy that directed that basically was just a YouTuber.
Yeah.
And now he's 20-some years old directing a major Hollywood motion picture.
Blumhouse,
dude. Just doing crazy stuff. It's awesome. It's awesome. All right. Well, this was a great episode.
Yeah.
It felt good to get back in the groove a little bit.
I know. You missed me. I missed you.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I missed you.
Okay. We can go with that. It's fine.
Whatever.
Obsession much? All right. We will see you guys on next week's episode. He butchered the intro. So
I did not.
For the Straight from the Agent podcast, I am Johnny B. Good, the Flip Flop Agent, joined by my man,
Johnny B. Good, the Flip Flop Agent.
I hate you.
No, I'm Connery Calkins, the Flip Flop Agent.
No, you're not.
No, I'm Connery Calkins. Yeah, I'm Connery Calkins.
You're
just making an ass of myself. It's
so bad. So bad. We'll just leave him hanging on dead air. All right. We will see you guys next week. Take care. Bye-bye.